Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Hour 2 of Mix 107.9 Psychic Love Lines. I'm Charlie Fox, along with Psychic Cynthia Hess.
He's a master of the airwaves. She is a master of psychic wavelengths. They combine their skills and help people figure out life's mysteries.
What does my love life look like?
I feel that the men that you have met and just don't do anything for you. They don't turn you on. They seem to be too wishy-washy.
Yeah.
She talks about everything from past lives to future jobs. The transplanted New Yorker says she even gets psychic vibrations about someone's health.
I'm not a doctor, but I want you to please, at your convenience, get yourself checked because I feel some kind of difficulty on and off.
But not all her advice has a cosmic twist to it. A lot of it is just plain common sense.
I'm trying to empower people to help them get counselors, help them find lawyers. If they need a car, our sponsor helps them with a car. Find their children with private investigators.
Clients of this psychic Good Samaritan can't say enough about her.
She was 100% accurate and was a really, really nice person. Just don't come across people like that who want to make things happen and want to help other people.
Don't let these people
People ask Cynthia Hess why she doesn't start a 900 number and cash in on the recent clairvoyance craze. She says that would be an abuse of her gift, and that her paycheck comes in the satisfaction she gets from helping people and the smiles that brings her. Joe Munoz, Q13 News, Albuquerque.
As long as anyone can remember, people have claimed to be able to predict the future or sense the unusual. Psychics say it's easy. Thanks to a special gland in the brain, anyone can do it.
The more that you use it, this gland emanates a chemical, and what it does is it heightens your senses.
Hess claims to have recognized her powers at age 7 and has fine-tuned them through years of study and practice.
It expands, it accelerates into voices, imagery, pictures.
These days, she's using her abilities at all levels.
You're bored with your
Over
life.
the airwaves in a nightly radio show, and in the schools during a recent career day at Espanola Valley High. Indeed, the psychic network has come out of the closet. In fact, the field is now so widely accepted that here at Words and Wisdom Bookstore, you can make contact with more than 100 consultants working in the metaphysical world.
In the past couple conversations we had, you didn't exactly click with like Christian perspectives, but this is really the best and only language I have.
But consultants possess different abilities. Wolf Erickson is a tarot card reader who says he doesn't tell a client what to do. Instead, he uses his talent to give them other ways to solve their problems.
I will describe elements of that future should they not choose not to change their course, and if they're unfortunate, well then they are.
Still skeptical, I decided to test out the state's psychic network by visiting a palm reader who seemed to have me pegged right away.
Your hand is a little flexible, but not as flexible as it could be, so that means you could be a little stubborn.
As for my future, well, I'll have to keep you updated.
I see one marriage line, which represents you will have one marriage in your life.
After a few days of exploration, I found myself less critical of the field. Will your opinion change anytime soon? You'll have to do some exploring of your own. Edward Calabasa with an eye on New Mexico.
Get along, little doggy. Well, the coyote is a close cousin of the dog, one of those Wild West cousins who'd never, ever associate with city-fied purebreds. Here in New Mexico, coyotes are as common as, you know, cockroaches in New York City. And by the way, people have recently seen coyotes in New York City.
New York City?
Yeah, New York City, where one of the coyotes already has been given a name, Wiley, as in Wile E. Coyote. In cartoon life, as in real-life Albuquerque, coyotes are a novelty. Art galleries sell coyote art. Look at the stuff. Sold many times to New Yorkers. Sold by this man.
Of course, the New Yorkers, God bless them, they know that that's something different, so that's what the people want to have. It's the in crowd that's got it, okay.
Okay, meanwhile, back to coyotes. They're predators who eat rats and an occasional cat. People they mostly leave alone, but we New Mexicans will not leave New Yorkers alone with no advice.
As a New Yorker, living out in New Mexico for the last 5 years, I really don't feel that that this should be a cause of concern for them.
Cynthia Hess is a psychic who sees the coyote as basically hungry.
I feel that it's trying to seek out some type of food for itself, for its own survival.
You don't see danger.
I don't really feel any danger as far as that animal is concerned.
Coyotes are strange creatures. It seems the more people bother them, the more stressed they get, and the more babies they have. So the best advice may be, leave them alone, and they'll go home, wagging their tails behind them. Bill Wood, Q13 News, Albuquerque.
It's time now to join Bill's Breakfast Club for a preview of what he's up to somewhere.
What is he up to,
Where
Bill?
are you, Bill?
Oh, what are you guys doing in my bedroom? Oh,
no bedroom.
Oh,
you live at the Frontier.
I'm not in my bedroom. I'm at the Frontier restaurant. I forgot to get dressed. I still got on my pajamas. I'm sorry, but I'm smelling sweet success in the air, you guys. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the Frontier sweet roll. Yeah, let me give this to this guy who was just sitting here. I'm looking around. You know, Bill's Breakfast Club is just a gathering of my friends and my favorite places across Albuquerque and Santa Fe and New Mexico. And look who's here this morning, the very first member of Bill's Breakfast Club, psychic Cynthia Hess.
This morning.
What do you have in store for us, Cynthia?
Well, I have been up all night sharpening my intuition, getting out all my powerful tools. I've got astrological charts, my tarot cards, my I Ching throwing stick.
Well, it's time to head back out to Bill's Breakfast Club.
Bill, are you there? And we want you to ask Cynthia to give us a reading on our show.
Right.
Oh, I will. I've already
Okay.
thought about that. But we're here at the Frontier in our pajamas, and this is the Sweet Roll and Psychic Special.
All right.
Only on Q13 this morning on our premiere morning. Oh wow! I hear something interesting, Cynthia. I don't know what it is. Psychic Cynthia Hess is here with a reading on Q13 this morning. Now, Cynthia, you do psychic readings for lots of people, right?
Everybody.
Have you ever done a psychic reading on a television show?
No, this is the first for me, too, I have to say. But I have some really exciting news for you that should be interesting. First of all, I just want to say real quick that this is going to break the cookie cutter mold as far as shows, and that's the first exciting thing. And
Do you hear that, Tom and Kathy? You're out of
That's
the
what we wanna
cookie
hear.
cutter mold.
That's good.
So those other two stations who shall remain nameless should watch out.
give them a run for their money. And also what's really exciting is that this is started in the sign of Leo, which rules the entertainment field. So it does show that you're going to bring in a lot of national celebrities into the area besides local celebrities. And, of course, you are a Sagittarius, and you have certain planetary aspects that indicate that you are a futurist. And
Me, myself, Bill Wood, I'm a Sagittarian.
absolutely. And it's indicating that you're allowed to use your own intuition in order to be innovative in this show.
Tom says he's a Sagittarian, too, right? Is that what I hear, Tom?
That's right. And Kathy's a Leo. What are you, Chris?
And Kathy's a Leo, and Chris Contreras, our
Cancer.
able-bodied weatherman,
He's
award-winning weathercaster.
He's Cancer.
He's a Cancer.
Yeah.
Okay. So, briefly, good news?
Absolutely. Good news, and I think you're going to give the other guys a run for their money.
Wow. I'll on that note, I'll give you, yeah, to that. Any other, we're going to come back with Chinese sticks and all sorts of other fun here at the Frontier.
Hey,
Wow.
Bill, when we come back next time, I want to find out if your pajamas have the feet in them.
Oh, okay.
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 Well, that's good news.
Yeah. Yeah.
We hope.
And to kick things off, we have a psychic here to tell us about our future. Bill Wood is out with her. Bill, are you there? And we want to know, are there feet in your pajamas?
Oh, I'm sorry. Psychic Cynthia Hess and I were just toasting fresh squeezed orange juice here at the Frontier. And Cynthia is looking into her crystal ball, as she does on many occasions. I know that you predicted Gary Johnson would be governor. What else have you predicted for New Mexico?
I talked about the casinos staying open under temporary delays.
Bingo.
And that the Montano Bridge would go into effect, even though it has opposition.
And you were right on the money. So let's look into the crystal ball as the Republicans are meeting out in San Diego. And what do you foresee for the presidential election coming up this November?
Well, I really, unfortunately, don't feel like it's going to be great for the Republicans, but I think we're going to keep a Democrat in the White House again for the next 4 years, and that's about it.
Well, we've had good news for Q13 this morning, and not so good news for the Republicans. Anything else for Albuquerque in general? What's going on here? What do you see? What do you feel? What do you think?
Okay, Bill, basically I just feel that Albuquerque is opening up and keeping up with the rest of the country at this point, and I think this show is part of the trend setting and the breaking of new frontiers.
Absolutely. Cynthia Hess, first member of Bill's Breakfast Club. Mwah. Welcome to 213 this morning.
That was a good job. Hopefully she predicts snow for the ski season.
That would be a good thing. We'll wait and see what happens.
Yep.